The Africa we want is the focus of President Muhammadu Buhari's presentation to the forum, in which he dwelt extensively on key reforms towards achieving an integrated, prosperous and peaceful Africa driven by its own citizens and representing a dynamic force in the global arena.
Nigeria has been funding by almost 100% the operation of the multinational joint task force fighting Boko Haram terrorists in the Lake Chad Basin. Nigeria is not only host to our sub-regional body ECOWAS, but has also been supporting substantially the ECOWAS budget up to about 60%. Africa would need to heavily invest in education as a key tool for the transformation and repositioning of our continent. Education creates opportunities and holds the key for a better and prosperous future.
He said in his efforts towards accelerating African integration, Nigeria has also taken the strategic decision to bring down barriers that have hindered the free movement of Africans within the continent. Beginning January 2020, President Buhari said all persons holding passports of African countries will be issued visa at the point of entry into Nigeria. The Nigerian leader made some suggestions on how Africa can live up to the aspirations of Agenda 2063.
Africa should embark on the provision of transport connectivity by enhancing the development of road, rail and air links, which will ease the free movement of persons, goods and services within the continent. In this regard, we in Nigeria have already commenced an aggressive drive to upgrade our rail transport system and road networks across the country. Africa needs to intensify the fight against corruption. The menace of corruption undermines our efforts to achieve sustainable development and realize the goals of AU Agenda 2063.
The president used the forum to make a case for, amongst others, economic diversification and job creation to discourage irregular migration to Europe, conflict prevention and resolution, as well as due attention to the issue of climate change.
The effect of climate change is at the root of some of the conflicts in parts of the continent. This is why we must focus on the issue of the recharging of Lake Chad, which used to provide livelihood to over 40 million people in the region. It is difficult to expect durable stability in the region without the restoration of the shrinking lake.
I think he understands where he's coming from and what can make us move forward. I think he's a leader that should be emulated.
Insurgency, as we all know, is something that has militated against development, particularly in the northeast region and particularly Yobe and Borno, but gradually peace is returning.
Nigeria is on the right track. We're doing the things we need to do to ensure that we resolve or address some of the issues that create conflict in the first place. At least in my state, we've brought down drastically the incidence of human trafficking over the last 2 years.
Buhari was down to earth, sincere, because he gave examples of what our contribution were or will continue to be in order to see the African unity achievable.
Key recommendations, to be known as ASWAN declaration, will be issued at the end of the forum, which will set the agenda for future action as well as research on the linkages between peace, security and development in Africa. From ASWAN, Egypt, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.